Right, welcome to the penultimate part 16 of this lyric breakdown series, where one by one I've been breaking down my whole album. Now, again, I'll say it again, I say it every couple of parts. The reason that this is a 17-part thing when it's 18 parts in the album is that I already broke down Not Enough about 2 or 3 months before I started the series. Really, in hindsight, I should have just called Not Enough Part 1 and then made the first one that I did for this part 2, but too late now. So we've got 2 songs to go, and the last, pretty much since Warn You, I'd say I've been going. Well, no, I did 2 feet after that, but pretty much since Warn You, I've been going action order, and this was the penultimate song that I actually wrote. So Persona is a complex one because there are multiple themes here. It's not one strict thing, and the idea of Persona was that it was based off of specific people, also a bit about myself at the end, but then also just in general. So Persona, I really wanted to do a pop rock song. I thought that would be really cool, and it was a genre that I'm trying to dive into as many genres as possible, and kind of in my music career and seeing what sticks. And of course, I did a lot of genres in this one. I did dubstep, rock, pop, pop rock. I did drill. I did like kind of ballad, contemporary stuff. I did a bit of dance stuff. I did a bit of kind of pop fusion stuff. And then in the new album, I'm doing folk stuff, I'm doing some country stuff, some punk rock stuff. So pretty much I've covered the whole scale. You just need heavy metal now. Don't worry, I won't be doing that. But Persona, the kind of idea was it, and this was an early idea I had, but it kind of changed as time went on. And I came up with the track list September 2022, but then I like changed ideas for song. This song was always going to be a pop rock song. That didn't change, but kind of the idea of this song was I found that a lot of people in my life were characters, and I always feel that a lot of people are fake. And in life, it's very difficult to kind of realize because I feel like a lot of people are two-faced nowadays. A lot of people are, social media. Are you looking at Instagram pictures and they look so happy, and then in reality they're like cutting themselves. Like people are fake. They have dual personality, and then you'll have certain people who will pretend to be your friend, and then will talk to other people behind their back, and it's just that's life, and it's kind of that kind of Russian doll idea of like people. It's one of the most famous poems of like the idea of people are multi-layered in emotions and feelings, and I wanted to kind of capture that idea in a song. But then also there were a few specific people who were especially characters who I thought deserved. So verse 1 in this song is about in general. Verse 2 is about a person. Verse 3 is about a person. And then verse 4 is about myself. So we'll get on to that. So verse 1, nowadays everyone is so complicated, uncovering the truth and leaves frustrated. They're one way with it in your arms, but another when your back is turned. Let your brain set off along to everyone's a character, using you for this honest great day. I love the kind of delivery that I did in this bit. I went for a very low voice here, which is kind of new for me, and I actually really like how the sound came out, and I will definitely dive into that idea a bit more. It's kind of that idea of yeah, people are so complicated. Humans are so complex. I at times I do wish, but like all humans were just like dogs. Like dogs are so simple. Like they have such simple motivation to simple lives. Like humans compared, like it's insane, really. The whole like in your arms imagery is kind of about like behind your back, that kind of like cheating is a massive thing. And it is appalling for me that so many people do cheat in relationships. It's like I think like if it's not working for you, you need to come forward. You can't play like you can't have both ways. Like you know what I mean? I don't get people who cheat, and it's appalling that so many people do it. Really. Let your brain set off, and like everyone is a character, and it kind of is that idea that so many people are fake nowadays. So many people are one way. Like even I do it though. Like around certain people, you change who you are, and I think like how I talk to my grandparents is different to how I talk to my mates, for example, or you know, like how I'd speak to like I don't know a girl or something. Like you I find different like there's a lot of people in my life, different groups, different people, and each group or like set of people I will talk to differently, and I will act differently, and I will kind of change my personality based on who I'm around, and that is damaging in a sense. But then it's also like it's normal for you to do that. It wouldn't make sense to me to react how I react, say like on my in my YouTube videos, like in front of my parents. Like it wouldn't make sense. And even between channels, I think how I react on this channel compared to the main channel compared to the bearded people, like that's three different characters as well in a sense to me. So it's really mad. So as much as I'm criticizing of people doing this, as I read it, I do this myself, and this is the thing that is the thing in society. Chorus, you're just a persona, you're just a two-faced state, take off the mask, we see you're a fake, now you get the fake, and it's kind of like, everyone's wearing a mask, everyone's trying to mask the reality. Verse 2, I see the way you try to play both sides, trust me, I've read through the lines, act ain't gonna slide, shit stove from the start, trying to rip us apart, one note's in your heart, I know the road you're meant destroyed in the car park, that says it all, can't say nothing after that arc. Lot to unpack with this one. This person was somebody who wanted it both ways, wanted to play both sides, would be like, would do something like online, would like block us. And then the next day they'd come into school and they'd just act like they usually did. They had no consistency in their actions, and they went back and forth, and there were times where they kind of went to our side, but then there were times where they would go on to the other side, and it was so frustrating because it's like you think you're fake, you're trying to play out, and you're trying to act like nothing's going on, and you're just like, you don't have what it takes to confront us, or you don't have what it takes to actually erase what the problem is. So you're just cowardly doing things and then acting as if you've done nothing. It's pathetic in a sense. And then I kind of expose them a bit, and like with the car part stuff, I'm gonna keep their privacy there, but I had to kind of slag them off in some way, and I feel bad, but it's like, what it is what it is. Then it's the chorus again. Then verse 3 is a different person. Everything's about you fake, except the fake, aren't you, mate? Another example of a two-faced ape without the guts to say it's hiding behind a computer screen because you know you're extraordinary other scene. Act different. You're harming you depending on your other's arms. Just fake as they come, just roots anger. You can't even burst feelings to anger. Just have to laugh. You're not all that. Say you're a lion, you're a cat. Right. So this person was someone who like is so two-faced. I mean, like in front of us, they would be like all hard, thinking they're like the shit, and then at home they're like cuddling with their mum. Like it's embarrassing, you know what I mean? They're a character. They're trying to act like they're better than they are, and then they kind of got petty and annoyed at us for like the most minuscule of things. Really, it was really like because they couldn't take a joke. I mean, they couldn't take like the slightest like knock. They reacted like we killed them, and then they decided to spread rumors, decided to do stuff, but then like they'd do stuff online as well, like behind computer, but then like they do nothing in real life. Like they never. It's the most pathetic, like petty kind of like. So it's like I can't even get annoyed at them because they're lit. Like they can't even burst my flames to anger because they're so fake. It's laughable how two-faced they are, and it's like you're literally you're literally so cowardly, and you're acting like you're 10 times the man you are when you're just not, and it's embarrassing. Then verse 4, can't rely on a single soul. In life, only serve one role. I wish the whole planet were tables, one function and completely stable. I've chased love too many times, but now there's none of them satisfied. Human interaction can make love at the same time. Suicide, every human's a Russian doll. Multi-layered, I can't take it all. You're all personas. Personas, I can't feel you. Right, so I think this was a big point in the album because I think this is a turning point. You look at the album track list, right? Track 1 is Undecided, that's kind of the same thing. But track 2 to 6, the love song, Negative. Track 7 is Wasted Potential, a song about fears, deep down, negative. Song 8 is Slow Motion. It's a positive song, but it's a person going through negative things, right? Number 9, it's Always Been You. That's kind of a positive song, but still there's kind of negative families going on there. And song 10, Go Away, is a song about death and appreciating life. Song 11 is U-Turn, negative song, and then song 12 is Warn You, which again is a negative song. From 14 to 20, they're all positive songs, and this is kind of the turning point. It's me making this climax of like, I am coming to grips with this, and I've chased love so many times. I'm satisfied at this point, and me just giving up on humanity and giving up. I was so empathetic and I cared so much about other people over myself, and this is the moment that I took that back. This is like if this was a play, like if this was Hamilton, like this is the end of Act One. Like this is the big moment where I'm turning the tables and everything, and I'm turning everything on its head and going, now I'm going to focus on myself. And then from now on, you get, go on, positive song. Cardboard Box, positive song. Then what's next? 2 Feet, positive song in a sense, and then there's negative stuff we mentioned there, but yeah. Waiting for Mistletoe, I mean, it's a song about Christmas magic, positive, and then Finally Thriving is also positive. So this is the turning point in the album, and this moment here is where I really come to terms for album. And there's 13 negative songs, and what's it? 5, 14, 15, 16, yeah, 5 sort of positive songs. So I think that says a lot about music. But I think it's more interesting starting that about negative things, positive things, to be totally real. So yeah, that was Persona, which was definitely one of my more complex and a big moment for me. And I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favourites actually on the album, I think. So yeah, one more part to go, which is Finally Thriving, and then we're done with lyric breakdowns. Right, goodbye, you lot.